legs, that's what creates power. That's what creates great ball reaction.
And both coaches telling us that really the big difference between NCAA bowling now and maybe 5 to 10 years ago are the quality of bowlers, the fundamentally sound bowlers they work with.
These girls are coming out of the high school ranks with so much more knowledge, fundamentals, and knowledge. When I say knowledge, I mean knowledge of the lanes, of the bowling equipment, all around.
Ganjoin opens game 2 with a strike. Transformed her game last summer. Had a little bit of a glitch in midseason, but came back from the winter break and has worked it out. And peaking here in the national championship. Calberry will roll first for Nebraska in game 2. And Calberry matches Ganjoin with the strike. She's an All-American, but she's from Canada, so she said when she went home and told people she was an All-American, they said, so what? And she said, well, it means I'm one of the top 15 bowlers in the United States. Oh, okay. From Ontario, Canada, in her sophomore season. And now Litteral. Another strike.
This Fairleigh Dickinson team is coming out of the gate very strong each game. They have moved a little bit further left on the approach. They were probably watching Nebraska, ball going a little bit high. They continued to move left. They've made the right adjustment, and it's paid off.
Each team switching lanes for the second game. This is Laugerman, who walked away from the lanes with Bill Straub, the coach, and had a one-on-one conference after game 1. She gets the 8.
Playing very deep on the lane, made a big move to the left, ball crossing over to the Brooklyn, leaving the 6-10 spare.
And the heart-to-heart must have worked. Laugerman picks up the spare. As Bill Straub, he knows a thing or two about coaching. He's been head of this program since 1983. We've never had another bowling coach in Nebraska history. In the Nebraska Hall of Fame, Omaha Hall of Fame, Lincoln Hall of Fame. Gobble, gobble, a turkey. We got 3 straight strikes for Fairleigh Dickinson to open this second game.
The key to those 3 strikes, too, all high flush in the pocket. So they are lined up.
Nebraska seemed to struggle on that side. Fairleigh Dickinson enjoying it. This is Van de Meer. And Van de Meer leaves the 10. Is there any difference, Carolyn, in the bowling styles of the different countries? I mean, can you look at a young lady like Van de Meer and tell any difference than you can maybe someone who grew up in high school volleyball in the U.S.?
Not necessarily on the style. I mean, I think everybody has their own unique style anyway, but she definitely is more of a power player is what we would call it. She definitely can move left on the lane, come around the ball a little bit more, so she's going to create a lot more area, a lot more pin action. Like on this last shot, she got the ball way out to the right down the lane, and it almost struck. She left a flat 10. So she's going to be able to create more on the lane than some of the other girls that go a little straighter.
Spare for Van de Meer. Nebraska in a hole here early in game 2, already down 1 game. Nebraska's actually in the process of warming up another bowler right now. They've got to do something quick if Fairleigh Dickinson runs away with this game. Nebraska has not had to substitute over the past couple of days. McEwan leaves 3 standing. She won the prestigious Team Masters last year, which is televised. Used to one of the few bowlers of Fairleigh Dickinson with some TV experience.
Gets this ball way right of her target, almost to the 9-10 board, leaves the 1-2-10. She's going to have to hit to the left of the head pin and hopefully slide a pin right into the 10.
So she leaves the 10 pin. Fairleigh Dickinson still clinging to a lead here in the second game, up one game in this national championship. And Katie Ann Sopp, who was the leadoff bowler last year in the national championship. Another strike. She has been the most dominant bowler for the Huskers tonight so far. Another strike for the junior from Circle Pines, Minnesota.
Crosses over that 20 board. The fourth arrow comes in just a little bit light, but gets some help.
And Perez, the anchor, with a strike. Well, we asked Katie Ann Sopp about our upcoming bowler, Cassandra Leuthold, who is the reigning NCAA Bowler of the Year. And here's what she had to say about how important Leuthold is to her team.
Amazing bowler. She's an idol for me. You can always count on her to get the job done. I don't know how many games we've had the last 2 days where it came down to her to strike out for us to win, and she does it. I don't know how she does, but she can keep it calm under pressure, and I really respect her for that.
Now, Leuthold earlier today came through at the very end of the final game against Arkansas State to put Nebraska back in the national championship. She needs to pick her team up. Fairleigh Dickinson is giving the defending national champion all it can handle here early in the NCAA championship in New Jersey. We're halfway through game 2. We'll be right back.
Grills for
NCAA Women's Bowling Championship, and every former champion on this roster was here this year competing for the 2010 title. More schools than ever now are adding bowling, Carolyn, but it seems like when we get to this stage, the same teams keep popping up year after year.
It's just proof how good the talent is getting. Not only did these teams start with good talent and good fundamentals and good coaching, they've just continued to get better. And the other teams are now catching up. That's what's making NCAA bowling so great.
Only 8 teams get to the NCAA championship in the entire country. There's no divisions, so Division 1, 2, and 3 all compete against each other. And the same 8 that made it last year made it this year, despite more teams competing than ever in the history of the sport. And Fairleigh Dickinson keeps pouring it on. Ganjoin. The leadoff bowler with her second strike of this second game.
Our lone lefty showing everyone, you know what? It's okay that I'm by myself on the left side of the lane. I'm going to show you how it's done.
Lefties are always alone, aren't they? Calberry leaves the 10.
Great shot, leaves the ring 10. She'll definitely be able to give her teammates some feedback on that shot because that's one of the best shots the team has thrown.
Calberry picks up the spare. The entire team needs picking up right now. But Nebraska has been coming from behind the entire week. They came from behind last year.